Welcome to Civil Engineering for Learners. By Dr.K.Aravinthan. Waste Management. Classification. There are far too many compounds, products, and product combinations that fit within the broad definition of hazardous waste. For this reason, groups of waste are considered in the following 5 general categories. I. Radioactive substance. Substances that emit ionizing radiation are radioactive. Such substances are hazardous because prolonged exposure to radiation often results in damage to living organisms. Radioactive substances are of special concern because they persist for a long period. The period in which radiation occurs is commonly measured and expressed as half-life, i.e., the time required for the radioactivity of a given amount of the substance to decay to half its initial value. Example: uranium. Compounds have half-lives that range from 72 years for U-232 to 23,420,000 years for U-236. The management of radioactive wastes is highly controlled by national and state regulatory agencies. Disposal sites that are used for the long-term storage of radioactive wastes are not used for the disposal of any other solid waste. 2. Chemicals. Most hazardous chemical wastes can be classified into 4 groups. Synthetic organics, inorganic metals, salts, acids, and bases, flammables, and explosives. Some of the chemicals are hazardous because they are highly toxic to most life forms. When hazardous compounds are present in a waste stream at levels equal to, or greater than, their threshold levels, the entire waste stream is identified as hazardous. 3. Biomedical wastes. The principal sources of hazardous biological waste are hospitals and biological research facilities. The ability to infect other living organisms and the ability to produce toxins are the most significant characteristics of hazardous biological wastes. This group mainly includes malignant tissues discarded during surgical procedures and contaminated materials, such as hypodermic needles, bandages, and outdated drugs. This waste can also be generated as a byproduct of industrial biological conversion processes. 4. Flammable wastes. Most flammable wastes are also identified as hazardous chemical wastes. This dual grouping is necessary because of the high potential hazard in storing, collecting, and disposing of flammable wastes. These wastes may be liquid, gaseous, or solid, but most often they are liquids. Typical examples include organic solvents, oils, plasticizers, and organic sludges. Explosives. Explosive hazardous wastes are mainly ordnance, artillery, materials, the wastes resulting from ordnance manufacturing, and some industrial gases. Similar to flammables, these wastes also have a high potential for hazard in storage, collection, and disposal, and therefore, they should be considered separately in addition to being listed as hazardous chemicals. These wastes may exist in solid, liquid, or gaseous form. 6. Household hazardous wastes. Household wastes such as cleaning chemicals, batteries, nail polish, etc. and MSW constitute a hazardous waste. Especially batteries contain mercury, which is alkaline and is dangerous enough to kill people. Generic household hazardous materials include non-chlorinated organic, chlorinated organic, pesticides, latex paint, oil-based paints, waste oil, automobile battery, and household battery. Thank you. Happy learning. See you again.